Hello, hello, hello. So, you may notice some differences between this and the first episode. You can see I got a little guy now. He just keeps an eye on things, you know? And, also, I've started recording the audio separately from the video. So, by audio I mean like my voice. So hopefully you can hear me right now. Anyway, I forgot that when you quit, you get kicked out here. You can't, like, save in a zone, so I might need to do a little bit of backtracking, but you know, it is what it is. We live with this. Man, loading screens. I guess on Xbox that would have probably been like, you know, like a 3-minute loading screen. Now it's just like a couple seconds and it still pisses me off, so. This is actually, it's loud for me. Okay. There you go. I had to listen to something pretty quiet, so the volume was turned down, but there you go. And, still only have browns, but you know, that's about to change. You know, in 2025, they probably wouldn't have called these guys browns. I feel kind of, like, dirty for saying it, but hey, it's in the game. I'm not, like, putting words in their mouths or anything. So if I remember correctly, I could have just checked, but...
All this for one bloated halfling hero. They could feed 100 minions.
Oh, okay, so I need to go all the way back from the
Those
beginning.
halflings must be using them to stop them.
I think I stopped at, like, the least convenient, area I could as far as this is concerned. Like, I basically quit, like, exactly before you get to a checkpoint. I had to go do something, so it is what it is. I've been recording for, like... I thought that I had, like, a 30-minute, like, getting ready to record bit, but apparently that I just wasn't... I'd stopped recording. Like, that was a separate recording. But the point being, I ended up recording for 2 hours. They said it was only, like, 9 minutes. Something about these screams which was kind of horrific to me.
His own kitchen. There's something evilly poetic about that. All roast meat for Melvin.
So I don't think it'll make us fight Melvin again, because the jester was saying, I was like, the maker of empty bellies, or something. That's not what he said, but it was something akin to that, and I believe that's what he says when you kill Melvin. So, I don't actually know. We might need to do the fight again. If we do, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. We get to watch his ass flex and quake again. Oh! We get to do the fight again. Why does it do that, dude? Like, it... seriously. I remember I had a lot to say. But yeah, that's the same voice actor as the, like, villagers. His beady little eyes always freaked me out. They still freak me out. Not a very hard fight. And I just killed the guy, so... It is what it is. Yeah, I remember, you probably couldn't hear me because the balancing was so terrible. I was like, imagine having a whole, like, species that just worships you as their king, and you can just get food lowered down to you whenever you want. There's a lot more farts in this game than I remember. Like, fart humor used to just be, like, socially acceptable. I forget about that sometimes. I guess it's not, like, unacceptable now. It's just kind of, like, considered lowbrow, which it is. It can still be funny, though. Dude, good thing my audio was so fucked up in the first episode, because, there were a couple times where I ripped ass, and you could, like... I've realized that my mic picks that up, so I'm gonna need to be a little more conscious now that my mic is balanced more properly. I think this is it, yeah. Really just make some horrific noises.
Burst him like a balloon, master.
And this is a pretty easy first boss. Like, I remember even as a kid, not being particularly challenged.
concentrated evil, sire.
It accumulates in those of an especially evil disposition.
So I think I lost one minion, and I got more. So it's at least an even fight. I think this is where I quit. So yeah, yep. If I'd walked, man, if I'd walked like 10 feet forward, I wouldn't have needed to do that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think I actually kind of want to put a couple of these back so I can have red minions. I think I get red minions. Yeah, you see them better? I realize, like, I haven't really been providing commentary on, like,
just like one big evil family.
on exactly what I'm doing, because it's second nature to me.
But they also have a powerful ranged attack.
It's interesting that there's another brown minion thing. I guess so you can put them back, but I was thinking oh, this sound. I think I mentioned it before, but my dad would get pissed off because he'd just hear that over and over and over again. Yeah, and reds can... I should give them little fire extinguishers or something. I mean, that's not really the style of comedy that this game does, but it'd be funny, I think. Give them little fire extinguishers. But no, they just, like, T-pose, and it somehow, you know, gets rid of the fire. And the greens can do that with, like, poison, and it makes even less sense. Because, you know, they're like little imps. They can, like, maybe they can absorb the fire and, like, use it to... Maybe that's where they get the fire to shoot, you know? But no, it's just,
It will allow you to summon more reds.
It's not that simple. Or it's not that complex,
That's
rather.
the Red Minion Hive Master. Summon enough reds to carry it to the waypoint gate.
Oh, I remember this not being very cool. Not being very fun.
Because if they walk on the red area, obviously they die. Or the browns do. Reds can, because they're like fiery. I watched my friend play this game, and he had like a single red throwing fireballs at these beetles, and they are not very accurate at hitting small targets like that. And it took like 10 minutes for him to get enough. Dude, it was so agonizing. My throat hurts, not like in the way that you would think a throat hurts, but in like, oh, oops. Like, the tendons of my throat hurt. It's very strange. Like, I guess my neck. The front of my neck hurts, is what you'd say then. It kind of feels weird to talk. I probably could have just waited, like, another day. I have no idea what caused that. Like, that's not really a muscle group that you use. Sometimes... No! Oh, no. And those guys were, like, leveled up, too. I didn't lose all the leveled up guys, though, I think. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I just have no idea. Sometimes I do weird stuff in my sleep, and I'll wake up and just be like horrifically sore in really weird places. And it might have been one of those nights. Serious? It's the beetles. The beetles are like keeping them from moving. Hopefully they don't walk onto the fire. There you go. Yeah, this pathfinding sucks. I remember that. Like, especially when you're like a little kid and you don't fully understand how games work and stuff. Like, trying to wrangle these guys into actually bringing the stuff where you want. Alright, this is where... Okay. Over here. And I think now I can, no, I just have them. They just do it automatically, I guess.
Choose all.
Yeah. And the reds will automatically sort of go in the back and they won't engage enemies like that, so. It's, and actually, you can use the browns to carry this now. I don't think it needs to go over fire again. Well, I can have some reds, you know. Some reds following me around. Because this is kind of the red tutorial area. Spoiler alert, but this is the tutorial for the thing you just got. I can actually go down there. These things last quite a bit longer than they normally do, I think. Dude, almost 100 essence. That's crazy. When I was playing this as a kid, I was like barely scraping by. Like, I really needed every little morsel I could get. So weird to think I was just that bad at games. Though I also, like, continually kept trying to, like, send them into fire and stuff. Like,
You must reposition your base for maximum flame
yeah.
carnage.
And this is, like, I was trying to do this before, I believe. Yeah, this. I don't know why they wait until now to give it to you. It's helpful before here.
Your minions by placing guard markers for them.
Yeah, and now I can use the browns to... Oops.
Browns.
Oh, ooh. Serious? Oh, I see.
See? Now they are holding off the cooks. You can sweep your browns to that fire wheel.
The fire wheel, yeah. Anyway. I remember not having enough minions to do this. Wow, they are not doing a very good job of that. I have like 10 reds over there. Yeah, no wonder I was having a hard time as a kid. It sucks. You'd like... Yeah, they're holding off the cooks. Like, not really though. I mean, this guy's just kind of standing there. I'll probably finish before it's important, but I remember having a lot of difficulty with this. This game's not very good. I think I mentioned before, but it's really rough around the edges, and it has a lot of edges. It's just kind of rough in general, but I think it has a lot of potential. Like, I wish the second one had been more like the first one, but good. It kind of goes in like its own direction, if I remember correctly. I have played the second one. I played through the entire second one. I might have lied and said that I hadn't played through it, but I did play through it as like a 15-year-old or something. And I was just like, it just didn't hit as hard. Maybe it's because I'm not as nostalgic for it, but I don't know, I just had kind of like, what can I say? It didn't hit as hard, you know? Like, and now that we have the reds, a lot opens up to us, obviously, because they use fire to gate a lot of progression. And I think of anything, red's probably like the most gated. Like fire gates the most things. Little mellow hills. And this is something that I'm not really sure about. I'm not sure the correct ratio you should have. I generally think for this stage of the game, 10 browns, 5 reds is a pretty good ratio. Reds are really good though. I like never used them as a kid because I wasn't smart enough to like figure it out. And I mean like a little kid. I have played this game multiple times. Well, I played it first as like a little kid and I got stuck on con. I played it again as like a 12-year-old and I got through most of it in like 2 days. I don't really remember much after. Con's like right at the end of the game, pretty much. I don't think I beat it. I like got past that point and then kind of lost interest. I think I got to like the final boss and like didn't have enough minions or something, just kind of gave up. I will beat it this time, obviously, because I have a commitment to follow up on. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I played this game multiple times, and when I first played it, I think a lot of the difficulty I had is because I basically tried to use browns to do everything. Oh right.
My lord, now you've got rid of Melvin, the sheep are flourishing. Take as many as you like, sire. They're breeding faster than I can count them.
Oh, more sheepies!
See, he's like restored, restored the natural ecosystem. He's a good guy. This is a good guy run. Kind of crazy to think that Melvin was responsible for more like ritual murder of sheep than these guys. Not ritual, it was entirely pragmatic, but you know. Been using that word a lot lately, pragmatic. Oh yeah, I was gonna show this off. Check this out, check this out. Then Archie says nothing.
You're a gent.
Oh,
I
there
couldn't
you go.
have spent another night listening to my grumbling stomach.
They go in,
You're
And I get
welcome
drunk.
at the Happy Mule anytime.
and then... Come on. Yes! You just barely got to see it.
Feels all around.
Yeah, they piss. Straight up.
I miss my
Like-
room. Dry as a dead man's
Oh,
tongue. and
man.
sandstorm so bad you'd be sneezing glass for a week.
I just thought that was so funny as a kid.
You're the best kind of hero. One with their own army.
Man, these lines don't make any sense. I've never heard the good lines. If you couldn't gather, I was kind of like a prick as a kid, so I only ever really heard the bad lines. The like,
You're a monster. I can't stand you.
Halflings might be half the size, but they're twice the trouble.
it's very surreal. Oh, a little bit of pillaging is fine, you know? Well deserved pillaging. Were we talking about that? Like, it's okay if you kill like every 13th Torfin or whatever. Like,
Only good halfling's a dead halfling.
yeah. Oh, I thought he was helping at first. Dude, I remember that just brought back out memory. I thought that if you went like this and you like manipulated it just in the right way. Oops. Well, it is what it is, you know. Every 12 orphan.
Careful. This is the only bit of farmland we've managed to save from the halflings.
That's in smoldering ruins.
months. We'll have starved by
Yeah, I guess I was supposed to come here first.
Patrols are
But
still out there. We've seen them go into this old workshop. Think they're keeping something in there.
wait, they should. This is the only bit of farmland they've been able to keep. But the halfling patrols are still in here. What? And there's a red, yeah. Red thingamajig. This is also like, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the deal with this burning shack was, because I could tell it was something. And I hadn't had the reds yet. And you can get the smelter here. Yes, the smelter. And that's what triggers the assault. Yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, and also you can go over here, and that's like the... Not the Everfree Forest, the Great Forest, the something forest. Whatever. Everdark Forest?
These roots?
Oh, I ain't
I've never
seen
seen anything
anything
like
like it.
Darn elves can't keep their own forest under control.
It's funny he says that the elves are dead. Like, all of the elves are dead. That's a plot
It's
point.
gone crazy. That ain't natural, I'm telling you.
I've tried cutting them, setting
Setting
them
on fire.
Nothing else.
helps.
It's
I love
no
these
fact
guys.
I never trusted those 40 years ago.
Voice acting, man. It's not that I'd be a good voice actor. I'd be just as bad, but like, it's cool. I'm glad that it is the way that it is. Thanks, man. Oh my god. Oh, he survived. Just hardy, I guess, you know. And you got to kind of be careful with the May as well do this, you know. Yeah, the rams. I thought the rams were really cool because they like fight back. I don't know. I remember there being like a cutscene where it's like,
That one seems especially ornery.
or something, but I guess it was just it's Mandela effect here. Maybe if you come here like first thing it says that. I don't know. Who cares? The things that you remember and the things that you think you remember, man. I mean, I also had a lot of dreams about this game. I would play this game like I'd get home from school and I'd like wait for my dad to finish watching the news or whatever, and I'd be like, "Can I play Overlord?" And I'd do that until like, you know, my dad wanted to watch the news again, basically. Watched a lot of news. He used to watch like a diverse array of channels, but now he just kind of watches like one, which I guess is what you do now. This is fun. I liked doing this as a kid. I don't think hay does that if you light it on fire. I could be wrong. I know like dust explodes and whatnot, so maybe hay is the same way. But yeah, it's probably good to do. Actually, this is pointless because the halflings will raise this bridge when you get the smelter. I thought I was thinking ahead, but I'm thinking backwards. I guess that's what remembering is, thinking backwards. It's also really convenient that the reds destroyed this wheat, because I was going to use that to kill the halflings. Anyway. Reds! Get to watch the reds, like, osmotic pressure away some fire. I just think it'd be more fun if they had little fire extinguishers. That's all I'm saying. Objects. I like objects. I know I already said the thing about my dad.
I think it might track your position once you pick this up, and not the minions, so I think you can get it a little bit further ahead if you just wait for them.
I keep looking out. Man, I have 2 monitors, right? I keep looking over and seeing that little guy staring at the screen when I'm being quiet. It really is just like the way I feel. Okay, so they're intentionally not going further than this because there's no vent after here. Watch, it's gonna... Yep,
Halflings! Close the gates!
Cowardly creatures! Quick, find another route, then decide how to deal with these worthless peons. Reds! Proud!
Okay, and I think there's more. What? They killed a red. They killed 2! It's the rock throwers, man, I'm telling you. I said it before, the rock throwers. Not that you could hear me, because the balancing was messed up with the rock throwers, man. They're the ones that you gotta look out for. Because they kill your fucking reds. And reds do a lot of damage. I think they might do either as much or more than browns, but they can like cluster up and hit more enemies at once, so it's like more effective or whatever. I feel like I'm not yapping as much as I was before. I feel like any errant thought that came into my mind before, I was just saying it. I guess that's still how I am. I'm just not as errant today, I guess. That's one way to put it. Ah, oh, come on. I thought I got all of them. I thought I cleared out the path, but there's still a little armada up there. I don't think there's any rock throwers though, so I can probably I might just be able to do this. Oh, awesome. Why'd I put all of them in there? Whatever. It is what it is. It's cool. Like, I've kind of echoed this sentiment before, but it's just like trees lighting on fire when fire hits them and stuff. Like, there are so many little touches in this game, and I do think overall it's not that great of an experience. It's really, really rough around the edges, and there's a lot of edges. Yes, I just said that, I know. Like, oh my god, I think it's a single rock kills the reds. Like, they're real squishy, so I'll just get another, I'll just get another brown for now. They're cheaper. I'm pretty sure that's the last of the halflings. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I just think, like, there's so many little touches. Like, the trees lighting on fire, and, it feels like there aren't any of those in modern games. Like, Unreal Engine 5 game, where you can slash a sword into a pot and it just, like, doesn't move at all. Like, what the hell? Like, it's not like there isn't a physics engine in the game. You just, like, modeled it to not... It's like 5 lines of code to have the urn react to the sword, and they just don't do it. I don't know. Knowing how to program ruins games for you, because you're like, why did you put such little effort into this game? Oh, that's sneaky. And yeah, it's a single rock kills a red. Absolutely disgusting. Which I guess means that they do have some kind of HP. I theorized about that earlier. You probably remember. You probably don't remember. I feel like the people who are watching this are probably people who click on and this is the first like 8 seconds and go, oh, this is just like a classic Let's Play. I'm not gonna watch this. It really is kind of freeing. Just like operating under the assumption that no one's watching.
You have retrieved a smelter, sire. More forge options are available.
More forge options in general are available. And get this deep cut Overlord reference. Not reference, knowledge. Giblet, who is pretending to hold the tower heart with one claw. He's the one who manages the forge. And got promoted. I think I'll go to the forge. If anything, just reset my HP.
Your
And you get
minions have opened the
Tower
forge.
Forge.
The smelter is being taken there. Visit the
Oops. And forge weapons worthy of the Dark One.
the forge, sire.
Sire.
This place has brought forth weapons that could slay troll kings and armor that could stop a dragon's breath.
I remember this cutscene's really long. There's Giblet.
Giblet has been promoted to
What did I
Forge
say?
Master. He will show you around. The smelter is heating, sire. Please follow Giblet to the forge chamber.
So something interesting about this. You use gold to make all your weapons. Which,
Here you can forge new items and upgrade existing ones.
I don't know if you know about the
You can
material
create
properties
3
of
types
gold.
of items: weapons, helmets, and armor. Here
Gold
you
isn't
can
that
forge
good.
New items and upgrade existing ones.
So you start with steel. I believe this is
Here
a
you can forge
steel
new items and upgrade
forge.
existing one. You can create 3 types of items: weapons, helmets, and armor. Here you can forge new items and upgrade existing ones.
Why does he keep saying that? I was like, I remember there being a lot of dialogue. And yeah, it's just...
Here you can forge
Shut
new items and upgrade existing ones.
Yeah. I
You
think there's
can create
I think the
3
sword is
types of
objectively the
items:
best.
Weapons, helmets,
But,
and armor.
I'll save up
Here
until
you
I
can
get something that
forge
actually
new
matters.
items
And also,
upgrade
yeah,
Existing ones.
if you put... We'll get to hear it
Here you
again.
can forge new items
You can
and
dump
upgrade
minions
existing
into
ones.
here. The only thing in the helmet is horde size. And if you put like 100 minions, you get an extra 1 minion in your horde. And I didn't really understand that as a kid. I was like, why would I do that? It doesn't do anything. Anyway, but yeah, you can get extra damage, fire damage, critical hits from the greens, and knockbacks from the blues. And it's defense, magic, regeneration, and maximum health. I think some greens get some regeneration is good, but you don't need a ton.
Forge new items and upgrade existing ones.
But I don't have greens yet, so not much points. And also, I don't think there's much of a point in investing in that until you get at least the 2nd tier, because, you know. No point in upgrading stuff that you're just gonna replace right away. At least that's what I think.
If you're feeling in the mood to practice your combat skills, sire, then this is the place to do it. The tower can recreate many of the enemies you have conquered, so you can kill them again at your leisure.
I don't really feel like that. I thought there would be beetles. I was gonna get some more reds, but it appears that we have not unlocked the red beetles yet. I think we get that for the castle, which we can do. Or do I want to do the castle, or do I want to... I think I'm gonna go to...
Everdark Forest.
Sometimes, I noticed that I've kind of developed a speech impediment. I don't know if this is definitely just a me thing, but like... I'm not as confident as a speaker as I used to be, or maybe I'm just more aware of it now, but like... I kind of got a little bit of a lisp sometimes. I stutter a lot. I like don't enunciate all my syllables correctly. And I notice that it gets worse if I'm like being a misanthrope and not talking to people very often.
Ah, I smell roasted harfling on the breeze.
I love how that one guy is just like, I'm gonna say harfling. I'm gonna just like add an R in there for no reason. Yeah, that guy doesn't do it. He kind of goes halfling, but he doesn't go harfling. You know, I love it, so I'm not gonna say that they should have changed it, but they probably should have had a little bit more direction for these voice actors.
These roots?
Oh,
I've never
never
seen
seen
anything
anything
like
like
it.
it. This is like That's like the exact same line that they used before. I never noticed that before. They just, where did they go? Whatever. I'm going through a load zone in a minute anyway. Spoiler alert. There's fire. Because if you remember correctly, he did say he tried setting fire to him. And it's just been there ever since. Love this game, man. And you know that they added that line in because they're like, how can we gate this guy? Like, they gate this zone behind the red minions. We'll just make it so, they tried setting fire to the forest, and there's just a perpetually burning flame.
You choose all.
You know, maybe fires don't go out on their own in this. No, they do. We've seen them.
Forest was once filled
Evernight,
with
not Everdark.
magic. Creature and plant existed harmoniously amid leafy canopies and sun-dappled pools. Now it is dank, dark, corrupted.
I can't believe I thought it was dark, dank, and corrupted. I'm such a big fan. I can also I can just read it. I mean, I am a little dyslexic, so it is what it is. And the unicorn, dude, I thought this was like the most creative decision ever. The unicorn's actually evil. Oh, yeah, these guys are like probably the worst, one of the worst voice actors. There's a lot of bad. There's a lot to pick from for the worst.
Alas, Oberon is truly sickening.
Elves, even dead ones, can speak telepathically to all magical beings, sire. Lazy creatures.
It must prove that it is not a manifestation made flesh.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a cool concept, like elves talk telepathically. And so even when they're dead, they can still talk to things.
Healing, but now they crave the blood of living creatures.
I'm telling you, man, there's
Living creatures.
there's some potential here.
Release them from their pain and return here.
So the writing for this game was done by Terry Pratchett's daughter. I think her name's Rebecca Pratchett. And Terry Pratchett has an interesting relationship with video games because he played them in his, even though he was like old and had dementia and stuff, he really enjoyed playing video games, and I think that's good. Little known fact, not really little known, but like if you think about it, a little appreciated fact, video games can give you some mental stimulation. So if you have dementia or something, playing video games can actually help prolong your mental faculties, because it's like a challenge, you know, give you something to think about, and that's what a lot of people need. And yeah, he kind of uses the same pattern the unicorns do as Melvin, except for he has a lot less HP. And I remembered that being harder when I was little, and also when I watched my friend play. He kind of, it is what it is. Though I also got pretty lucky. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Terry Pratchett played video games, and it was probably good for him, but he really liked Oblivion, and a fan of Discworld, which is the series Terry Pratchett's most known for, which I've never read, by the way, but I should check it out sometime. Discworld.
Although your imposing form can enter water,
Yeah.
your minions cannot. Well, they can, but they will drown in a rather amusing way.
This is how I
You must
generally
find
do it,
them a bridge across.
because the pathfinding's not good. I think I mentioned that. Anyway, Terry Pratchett actually had a mod made for him from a Discworld fan for Oblivion that added like a companion that helped him play the game through his like Alzheimer's. I think that's cool. It's neat little trivia, and also you can download the mod and like play with it. Obviously, like, unless you need help getting out of dungeons and like going invisible, so like things won't attack you and stuff, like you probably won't need most of the features of it, but it's a little companion. I believe, I want to say his daughter might have wrote dialogue for it. Can't remember. That's a neat little trivia. And it's nice to know that you know, I had family that was willing to respect him. And this is a minion boosting magic thing.
A new
Yeah.
minion spell.
Why did I even come over here? Oh yeah, I guess to get the bridge. I didn't even comment on it. Yeah, remember how I said these cog wheel things can do anything? Yeah, magically extend like a rock bridge. We'll see a lot of those in this area. And just in general. But I was always, as a kid, like, the drawbridges and stuff, they make sense. Because it's like, that's what you would expect. But, yeah. Where the
The anger spell will get your minions all riled up, sire. It also increases their health and armor.
I lost one. That's what that contemplation was. Where did he go? I think it's a brown, yeah.
Oh,
This is what I'm saying, man. Lots of games from this era just get fucked by having bad pathfinding. Like, that's not what I meant to press.
choose all.
Supreme Commander, best RTS ever made. Horrible pathfinding. And like, also really laggy. And when you're dealing with like thousands of entities, you can't really do that much better. But also like the processors we have now are like 16 times faster than back then.
The beasts are slain. Alas,
So you could have done a lot more.
brief light that shines within this dark.
I fucking hate these guys so much. They really do a good job making them annoying.
Sadness will tell you.
Did I say guys? I might have said a different word, but just, you know, if it's offensive, if I said an offensive word, just ignore it, okay? Just pretend I said guys. I think I just said guys. These guys spawn... Do they spawn infinitely? Well, they spawn infinitely if you, like, leave the zone and rejoin. Like, re-enter. I don't think they, infinitely spawn from these little holes. But I remember this zone being really annoying. Because of, all these enemies that just kind of, like, come up from nowhere. I'm debating whether I should, like, lore dump or not.
Fight the wind, the leaves on the trees, the birds in the sky. It is everywhere.
Yeah, so these are the dreamed... Because, like, the unicorn and stuff, those are monsters that, like, existed before. Yeah, monsters. A unicorn's a monster. But, like, these guys are the dreamed, which are, I shouldn't just load on. I should let the story unravel on its own. Where the fuck did that guy go?
Oberon Greenhaze once traveled the lands, vanquishing great evil. But when last he returned, our great hero lost his taste for battle. When the dwarven invaders came, he would not fight.
These really are like World of Warcraft dwarves, though.
His bowstring
funny.
brittle, and he would not wake from his slumber. Around him grew this tree, swaddling him in its branches. Then the dreaming came.
It's kind of funny. They're just sitting there listening.
Oberon gave form to his blackest dreams. They drove out.
Oberon. Catchy name. That elf is protected by a powerful shield master. The roots give it energy.
Yeah, I should have probably let them say that before I just started doing it. But it's also like, I don't know. I don't know how obvious that is, or if it's just like, I know what to do.
What? What is
Ay,
happening?
ay, ay.
The tree. I feel it quivering.
I don't like the word quivering. Like, you know how, like,
Destroy the other root nodes, sire.
women are like, oh, don't use the word moist. I guess it's not just women, but
Loaded
like,
with the spoils of war.
women 5 years ago didn't like the word moist. It was more like 10. Oh my god. Anyway, I don't like the word quivering because I think of that like meme video where it's like quivering clit, tight pussy. You know the one. You probably don't. No one's watching this. But yeah, you know, it's like how often does the word quivering come up? Oh yeah, these guys. That's why I thought they might come back. Those guys can resurrect people. And oh, I wonder what that blue life force does. Maybe it gives a minion of a new color. I wonder what color it would be. Oh, the greens.
Green minions. We
Yeah.
are shocked. They have resistance to the poisonous plants. Evernight. We must find their lair.
Yeah, I may as well get the runes. God, that's cringe. This game's really cringe. You kind of gotta, like, accept it, though, you know? It sucks playing something that you really liked as a kid and realizing that's just horrible cringe.
Delicious, sauteed in a splash of demon's bile.
God, it's so cringe. But, you know, it's nice. Sometimes you gotta be cringe. I'm being cringe right now. I mean, making a Let's Play that I know no one's gonna watch, that's pretty cringe. Ah, this fucking sucks so bad. Like, that mechanic, bringing stuff around by, like, moving your mouse and wiggling and stuff. Horrible. Like, really terrible. I think, oh god, yeah. This is one of those things that's just like, oops, funky. You gotta, like, I think it's easier to do it like this, but you gotta kinda, and then, they don't like pathfinding. The pathfinding aura, that's a really technical way of explaining it, but, like, the area around the player which they will, like, pathfind to is not very big to, like, because, you know, I had to run on an Xbox, like, point being, they won't pathfind from very far away, so you kind of got to piecemeal it like that.
Browns, you choose
To
all.
do that. Is there another poison pod? There is. That is not what I wanted to do. I want to get one off, and well, whatever. I could just kill these. They aren't like tough enemies. Oh my god. So yeah, this is another thing. It is a little bit irritating. Oh, it stuns them. I forgot it stuns them. Wait, I can just kill them. Like, they aren't tough enemies. And that one might resurrect that one. No. Not even needed. I mean, I know for a fact that as a child I would not pick up on, like, the fact that I need to use a poison pod. I believe this is a pretty good weapon that they can have. Yeah, I believe I mentioned it before, but there's some, like, entirely unique, one-of-a-kind weapons that your minions can get. And, like, it just seems like kind of a waste, because you know they're gonna die. Like, this might actually be bad. I might need to bring my minions over. And will they run in the water? Yes, they will. See, that, like, that wouldn't even be the shortest path, man. I'm really glad that, yeah, I never explained my point. Like, Supreme Commander, why are they not fighting? Whatever. Supreme Commander has really bad pathfinding, because it kind of had to run on, like, a single-threaded Xbox. But now we have, like, multi-core processors and stuff, and the game still runs like ass on, like, big maps, late-game scenarios and stuff. And I just really wish that, like, it was made to be multi-threaded and, like, shouldn't be using a red for this, but it is what it is. Why is he running that? Oh my god. Whatever. I just really wish that old games could be, like, remade to run on modern hardware and, like, be effective. It does. Oh, I think that's it. It sends, like, your least equipped guy to pick these up just in case they die. That guy might. Oh, he just barely was out of range. That's kind of sick. But, I remember this being, like, this zone that I just did to, like, get over to, from where I saw the green minions to here, taking, like, an hour. How long have I been recording? Oh, that's probably enough for one part. Kinda got distracted. Yeah, I'll finish my thought and then end the recording, but I remember just this all taking so much longer. It's so weird seeing how compact everything is. Like, I've been playing for around 3 hours, and I'm already 5 times further in the game than I would have been as a kid. But this will be it. I don't have an outro yet. Goodbye.